Hi guys, this is Katie, Adia, and Erin, and we are 29 and chronically online. Before we get into this episode, we wanted to remind you to follow us at wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, and we want to remind you to follow us on Instagram at 29and.co and on TikTok at 29andco. We also have a YouTube channel where you can watch our video episodes. We thank you so much for your support, and now on to the juicy bits.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a special episode because I'm
special guest.
Oh,
No guest today.
No guest today, but guest because I'm here today.
Yes.
In this room with Katie and Adia.
Amazing.
Oh, wrong one. I can hear the sounds now.
Okay.
We'll
chaos.
figure that out the next one. Yeah.
Just pretend it was claps. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we love. Okay. So today we are going to talk about something near and dear to my heart that has been in my life for maybe almost 6 years now, which is kind of wild because I feel like I'm still like learning so much about it. And that is K-pop. I've mentioned it here and there every once in a while. I just like to add my little tidbits in, but
For those who don't know, what is K-pop?
K-pop is Korean pop. So we'll be talking about the idols. The idols are celebrities. We'll be talking about what goes into becoming a K-pop idol. We'll talk about, some songs, some faves, some
Controversies?
Yeah.
I was hoping.
There's always a little something.
Even in your loves and icks, you've kind of given us like one or two that have
Yeah.
come up.
Oh my God. Now that you say that, thinking about one of the loves and icks I've had, or one of the icks I've had in the past, I didn't include it on this.
Okay. Well, then at least it's already been covered.
It's okay. It's already been covered, but that's kind of tragic because that was so good. This is your intro to K-pop. It'll be quick, simple, fun. Not really quick. It'll be simple and fun. So the way this PowerPoint is laid out is that I put some terminology at the beginning, and then the rest of it is just like pictures. And like vibes and good times. So, K-pop 101. We have a bunch of groups currently on the screen. We have EXO, BTS, Astro, New Jeans, Twice, and Red Velvet.
No Blackpink?
Not currently on this slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Disclaimer. Again, these are my opinions or just like actual facts. Like this word means this. This is this group. They started in this. Okay. So like, yeah. Okay.
Don't come for her.
Don't come for me. Okay. Some terminology. So we have idol, who is just the K-pop star. It could be a soloist, a group member, whatever. Trainee is who they are before becoming an idol. And their debut is when they move from trainee to idol. They debut into society, basically. Okay. Bias, we all know, your fave. Bias wrecker is your second fave, but also someone who is like, oh, wait a minute, who's that in the back? Who's that? Like, whatever. Subunit. So there's like a group, obviously, and then they have subunit, which is like a smaller group of idols from that group. So my favorite group, EXO, has a couple subunits. EXO CBX, which is right there in the bottom right corner. There are 3 of those members from EXO. And then they have SC, which is 2 members.
I kind of love that like situation because it feels very much like you're not taking from the competition. Like they're fine with you just doing. Because I know when like 1D went off, everybody was like, oh, but Harry's doing his own thing and we want him to stay in one direction. But like this is very much like you can do your own thing and still be in EXO and like it not be an issue.
Like a bunch of them have like solo careers and then they also are in their subunit and then obviously they're in the larger unit of EXO or whatever group.
I mean, get your coin.
Exactly.
Double it.
Exactly. Triple it.
Five
Come on.
subunits.
Yeah. And then generation is just like how you define like when K-pop started and then like what groups are in what generation. So like EXO is a third generation group because they debuted in 2012.
Interesting. I didn't realize it'd been that long for them.
either.
Mm-hmm. So there's first and then we're up to fifth now. So big three refers to the entertainment companies. So that's SM, YG, and JYP, and those are just like who the idols and K-pop groups are under.
Yeah.
There's a debate that there should be like a big four because Big Hit and now Hybe is who created BTS.
Yeah.
And BTS is like massive, but like Big Hit and Big Hit at the time when they had BTS was just that's who they had. And they didn't have like a bunch, but like SM, YG, and JYP all have like a bunch of groups that have like influenced the K-pop, K-pop as a whole.
I thought Big Hit was the biggest one. Like when I was dabbling in it, like just knowing BTS and like Big Hit's the spot.
Big Hit, yeah. You would think that, but they like Big Hit really got like truly lucky when they like.
Do they have anybody else? Right?
They have like some soloists, some actors, because you can be an actor and also in these like entertainment companies as well. But yeah, so there's that, and then TXT is also a really big group that's like going around right now, and they're younger than BTS. So BTS is now all enlisted in the Korean military, and then TXT are all.
When did that happen?
The last four
recent.
just happened like this past week.
Oh, I was about to say.
And I feel like BTS, like you said with Big Hit, they got lucky because I feel like they capitalized off the One Direction hiatus. Like I don't know, they didn't go out of their way to do that, but it was just very much like everybody went from there to like everybody on my Twitter was on like BTS now and. Yeah.
BTS debuted in 2013, and so they were like younger and like starting and getting their stuff. And then like when 1D went on hiatus, they
coming back.
Put that in hiatus.
They're coming back.
They 96 months is it now?
Yeah,
but they like it really took like the people were like, oh wait, and that's how they got really big. Anyway, so
do we think if One Direction would have gone on hiatus, BTS would be as big? I do not think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
because
think they
it's
would be
like
as big.
I mean,
with Americans, maybe they probably still would be
Yeah,
big.
yeah. I think they would have. I think it would have taken longer, but I think they would have still been like very big.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Okay, comeback and promotions kind of go hand in hand. Comeback is just every time a group releases a new song or a new album. So like even if you drop an album yesterday and then drop an album in January, it's a comeback. It doesn't mean you're like gone for ages and come back. It's just like every time.
I love that. Like
hype them up. Like, it's always like a fun time because it like you never know what's coming, and then you're on Twitter or you're on Instagram and you're like, what does this like black screen mean? And then they like start dropping like the teaser pics and you're like, oh, this is so fun. And then promotions/era is just like the 2 weeks after the comeback happens where they like perform their songs on like music shows and like win awards and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. Okay, please. Okay.
Oh my God.
More terminology.
It's crazy.
No, it's crazy out here. So these are like kind of the not as fun terminology. So like anti or anti-fan is like someone who just like hates a specific member.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Some of our podcast episodes, you would think that like Katie may be an Adia anti, but like she's not. You know?
That's so interesting.
Okay, so anyway. Oh, Sasang. We learned this word
Yes,
because
you
of that
did.
girl who was, following those boys and in their hotel room. So a stalker fan, just someone who just thinks they have all the like, they're allowed to do this because that's their idol and that's their
So we
little
know
celeb.
that big story, but are there like a lot of them? Like
it's sadly like there are a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like they have like these managers and like people around them so they can like stop. But like if you see like airport videos, because a big thing is like airport fashion, airport blah blah.
Yeah.
So you see these videos of them walking through the airport and the like Sasangs are like running after them with their cameras and like la la la. Or like you'll see, I saw a video the other day of this girl who was not with the idol or with the group, and she just like weaved her way into it, and then she was like walking with them like she's like their girlfriend or something. It's like, so it was so funny but so crazy because it's like girl, what are you doing?
Wow.
And the like managers are like, wait a minute, like stop, like back away, sister. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then solo stan versus ake. Solo stan is just like someone who just likes one person in the group, obviously, and then ake is like someone who loves one person in the group and actively hates the other people in the group.
That's an interesting
So toxic versus very toxic, you know?
I'm trying to think of like if there's anything I can think of, but I can't.
I'm thinking for solo stan, I'm thinking like Harry Styles fans. I'm thinking like the newer ones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they just are here for Harry of his solo like career and aren't like loving him in like 1D days.
It's just interesting because I cannot think of another group that you would actively hate the other people in it.
Like you would think since they're like a group, you're like
I hate Justin, but like you don't hate the other guys in it
it's
necessarily.
like,
so that's a very interesting like development, I guess.
Yeah. And then Dispatch is just a media outlet in Korea that, you know, reports on all that. And they basically, they're the TMZ. And they expose idols' relationships and start scandals. And it's truly wild. We'll talk about that more later on.
It's giving Daily Mail.
But it's
actively making things up and posting.
And it's really funny because they have like, you'll see like a idol or an actor or whatever, and they'll like be posing and it'll say like Dispatch News at the top. And you know it's because like they're only posing for this photo shoot because something was about to come out about them and their company was like, no, you need to do like a photo shoot or something for this. Okay, so there are actually like hundreds and hundreds of K-pop like entertainment companies, but these are the top 20. So obviously I put
top 20.
I know. I put HYBE, JYP, SM, YG. EXO is under SM Entertainment. We love EXO obviously.
Yeah.
But we hate SM. We hate entertainment companies because they're so shady. But we move on.
Yeah.
Do you have any tea on that? Like generally, I'm just curious. Like
There-
coming up, or
I mean,
I do because I
feel
only
like-
know what I've heard about like K-pop in general, and it does seem a little like they're taking advantage of people. So I wasn't sure if that was something
it'll be
that
like
was going to come
hinted
up
throughout the whole
Okay, cool.
time.
Cool.
So parasocial relationships
Oh.
and a stan's dream. So entertainment companies, they started marketing idols as your like boyfriend or girlfriend. They literally are like
Feeding into stalker energy.
That's why they had these sasaengs, because it's like so crazy and like they're like, oh, like blah 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 loves you, or like they'll like release pictures or like whatever, and so it's too much.
I would
honestly.
be down bad.
Here I am, like try. I'm like, I know it's just the marketing, and so I'm like, okay, don't get crazy.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it just hits
That's
you
why it
in different
works.
ways, and you're like, oh. But they're also like always giving like content. It's constant. It's every day. Like I wake up to something new. They're always like performing or doing radio shows, doing YouTube videos on their blah blah blah. Then they started this thing called Bubble and Weverse. Bubble is like where you pay like $2 or $3 a month and you can like text your idol. And so I have a screenshot up there of like one of the idols that I love, Baekhyun. He was texting us and he's like, what are you doing? Have a nice dinner. I miss you so much. I like you so much. I like you more. Keep that in mind. And I was like, he's saying this to me.
I would literally. I understand why they exist. The sasaengs.
Exactly. You're like,
I get it. I get
that
it.
screenshot was it, because it's like they have your name in it. So sometimes they'll just be like, insert name. I like you so much.
It's
and it'll say,
YN.
Erin, I like you. It'll say, Erin, I like you so much. Adia, I like, and it's like,
I'm not strong enough mentally for that.
That's what
Imagine
it is.
Joe Jonas on this app. It's over.
I would be in jail.
It's over.
Yeah, no.
You'd be knocking on his New
I-
York
You'd be like,
apartment
hello,
door.
you told me you like me and
Like,
miss me.
it
Like,
would
so I'm
be
here for dinner.
A Criminal Minds episode. Like, it would just be bad.
And then Weverse, so like the bottom middle picture is this guy, Kevin. He's a K-pop idol in a group called The Boys. He went to the Beyonce concert a couple times, and so he was like typing on Weverse. And so Weverse is more of a, I'm trying to think of what it's like I would say like one of the communities. So you like can join the boys community, and then like Kevin will be like typing, and so all the fans can. So it's more group effort versus Bubble, which is individual, even though he's typing.
Okay, so maybe a little further removed in it.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like talking about it, and like he waited in line, blah blah blah. Like there he is at the Beyonce concert. And then fan calls and fan signs. You see this bottom right picture. There's me with one of the groups that I saw. I got a fan.
I love that they're not behind a wall.
A glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that for you.
So these are the ones.
I mean,
so
they are on
I
stage,
sent you a video
of
these. It was the same people. So we got a picture, and that's us, like me and my friend Hannah, and then whoever those people are with P1 Harmony. And then they shuffled us out the door, and then they were like, okay, now you can wave. And that was them behind. But that was like still kind of when like COVID was like high. So I mean, you see us all masked, and that's still that. And then the picture at the top right is a picture of Jennie from Blackpink, and she's like, this is a fan sign. So it's like one-on-one. There's her fan. There's Jennie. She put on that hat because the girl was like, oh, can you wear this hat for me? Blah, blah, blah. And they like talk and sign an album or whatever. And then the bottom left picture is just boys filming content. Like you see all the little tripods and things, them doing random activities.
Interesting. Their whole life is just monetized. Literally anything you do.
Yeah.
It's like the Truman Show, but you know about it.
No, weird. Yeah.
This girl's like, put a hat on. She's like, sick.
She's like okay.
Because I feel like other fan meet and greets are a little like they'll sign something.
I mean, this is like this one you have to like win, and you don't like only like 50 people get to win, even though like a bajillion people enter. So I mean, they're like, I paid this money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, military wifey era.
Oh my God.
Currently, this is me right now. So Korean males, all of them, have to enlist by the age of 30. So we lose our boys for a year and a half to 2 years.
That's crazy.
So
it is interesting, like, that you were talking about BTS and was it EXO too? Like, why did they stagger them? They should just all go at once. But I guess like they're doing their own thing separately.
Because they're all different ages, so they all have to like go like.
Oh, and they wait until they're like 29.
Yeah, so they can do they debut so young.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they do that, and then they're like, oh, they push it off. Like BTS, like they pushed it off as well, and so they all, have to
time caught up
go,
with them,
go.
I guess.
But
what happens if they don't do it?
They can't not do it. You'll get like arrested or something. You have like every male in Korea has to do it.
Or if they like leave?
No, they'll find you. It's the Korean government.
Yeah,
it's not like not anything. They'll find you.
Yeah,
they'll
find
like
you.
Public figures that if you tried to like hide, it's like not worth it.
And then it'll be a big scandal, and that will ruin your entire like your career because like.
Well, yeah, because
the
it makes
entire
you look dishonorable.
Exactly,
and
like
blah, blah,
the
blah.
whole population will be like, everyone has to do this. Why do you get to skip it out?
The whole population,
yeah, exactly. So the top row, the 6 boys in the little grid, those are like the EXO members. Then we have Jin Young, who I love, and Kai, who's my most favorite boy. There he is. Exactly, my bias. Then we have the Shiny boys. And
it's not Sheenie?
No, it's Shiny.
Damn.
And then we have MJ in the bottom left corner. He's adorable. He's from Astro. And then we have Monsta X boys. But
who did you say was in the middle on the top row?
Jin Young.
I love him.
This one?
Like that should be in like a book top.
No,
edit. Like what?
Literally,
that
some of these pics.
We're kidding.
I remember the day he dropped these. I was like, he's insane for dropping. And it's a couple. He's serving.
Yes.
First of all, they all serve.
It's like the pose,
but he's like serving.
Damn.
It's like the casual.
It's getting
like,
Navy.
Yeah. But
that's bad for me.
He's America's Next Top Model with that photo for sure. Like out of all of these, I'm sorry, boys, but
for sure.
And then so they usually just do like the basic like army whatever, but some of them do. So the guys in the red, they did the military band, so that's why they're in the like that, because they're like they can choose to do different things. And then Minho, who is on the top left in the like hat with the red,
all the way over.
all the way over, he was like, no, I'm not going to do anything casual. I'm joining the Marines, which is one of the like hardest, like, and he was in like the hardest, like, subgroup of that. He was jumping out of planes, and I was like, Minho, I need you to come back to the military, because he was like, be
safe out there.
Be safe out there. Also, don't love it too much, because he was loving it.
Well, yeah, because they could stay on. Like, there's the mandatory, but I guess, like, in theory.
Exactly. Like, you can make the military your career, but, like,
that's wild.
You're a K-pop idol. Come back.
Right.
I need
my
music. You have a job. Your wives are about. Like, your wives are here. Like,
we're waiting for the messages. Oh my
gosh. No, don't worry. We're still getting the messages. Entertainment is
House
making
warm.
that happen.
It's fine. But yeah, so it was funny because Minho, he enlisted like during COVID times, and so he was discharged like I think 2021 maybe. Anyway, so they had this thing where it was like 2 weeks at the end where they could take like their vacation, and then they would be done with the military 2 weeks early. He was like, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm going to finish out my 2 weeks with my team. And me and my friend Haley, shout out Haley, who love Minho, we were like, is this man coming back? Because I will actually cry. Like, my car is named after this man. It's called Min Min, but it's like, he was not going to come back. And I was like, please, I beg of you.
Those last 2 weeks he's thinking, can I sign this contract or should I not?
Yeah, like, I know I'm...
I've already done 50 weeks of it, so it's like,
let's just
wrap
keep
it up.
Going.
Like, come on.
Yeah, get that middle photo off the screen.
Jin Young, okay.
I can't keep looking at that.
So funny. Okay, so the trainee system is how like idol or
this is what
people
I've heard
become
about.
Idols. So they get scouted. It's crazy because you can be scouted, like you can be walking down the street and someone become, you're very pretty. Do you want to, here's my business card. Do you want to become a K-pop idol? And they're like, this sounds like a scam, but that's how they've gotten like so many like K-pop idols to become one. They're just like on the street randomly. And they can either train from like a week to years. Like you'll be training until you're good enough to debut, basically.
I heard, like, people can be scouted pretty young. Do you know about an age? Like, is there like a general?
No, they could
like
from like
walking
infancy
child to like debut. So like Taemin, he's one of the SHINee members. He debuted when he was 14.
That's pretty young.
So he was training. Like, I mean, he's so talented. He's like K-pop's best dancer, but it's like he was training, and then at 14, like that's when he debuted. So it's like they could be young, or like one of my faves, Baekhyun. He 29? Anyone? No. My fave Baekhyun, he got into SM when he was like 19 or 20, and he only trained for like a couple months, and then he debuted with EXO. So but yeah, so it's truly a crazy system. They have weekly weight checks.
No.
Monthly. I'm done. Monthly evaluations. They're not allowed to like go outside because like they don't want to spoil the surprise of like, oh, these people might be debuting. So like if you do go outside, you're masked, you're covered, you're everything. Like you're with your, manager or whatever. A lot of like trainees will get cut.
Yeah.
So like during that time, and so they've been training for years, and then they're like, you're just not cutting it, so you're gone.
Could you imagine?
You're a waste of money. And I was like,
I feel like it's giving
Navy SEAL.
I feel like I was going a different direction where like I feel like I keep relating everything to One Direction, but
I love
they
it.
were
It's
all
fine.
just like,
just
individually auditioned and then got placed together. Like that's what that's giving, and if they can't find a place for you, they're like literally
but
it's
like
way more
50,000 times more intense.
Exactly, on way higher scale. So weird.
But yeah, so they have to practice everything. So vocal, dance, rap, language. Obviously, if you're not from Korea, because there are a bunch of like American idols or like Thai idols, Chinese idols, Australian idols. So if like you have to, learn the language. And then social media training, obviously. Well, you're on like Bubble, Weavers, all these things. Like you gotta don't get crazy, But yeah, so like a lot of scouters will like loiter in front of schools.
Wait, so are you telling me that they're actually sending messages on Bubble? That's not like AI? Like they're
they're actually, because there's like they're actually sending messages. They'll be like, no, they have like
It's not like a script that was written and
no,
they're like,
no.
hey,
They have it, and they talk like, some people like bubble like so much. Some people are like, oh, the weather's nice.
Oh, so it's like Cameo a little bit, but like,
yeah. So $3 a month.
Are they actually messaging or is it AI?
No,
Yeah,
they're actually messaging, but it's like they're saying like, oh, I just had lunch, and they're not doing it every day.
But like, if
but
you
they
have
can
a
do,
million
like,
people subscribed,
and
how
you
are
just,
you,
I mean,
you send
you
it
just
all?
say you send it to all.
Okay.
And that's what the insert like.
Oh,
why?
I'm like, there's
No,
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
no.
Like, they're opening this chat to you, like,
But they do see like
okay,
they have a place where all their messages go.
okay,
So like they'll see bubbles that you send or like whoever sends.
maybe
They don't see your name.
Yeah.
Like they're not like, oh, Erin messaged me this. But they'll see, oh, someone said like, have a good day. I'm eating a sandwich, like whatever you're saying.
Honestly, that kind of changes it for me because we were talking about delusion before.
yeah.
No,
I just thought it was an AI.
Me
like,
too.
No. It's there, and they get like some
Like,
sort
I'm
of pay
commenting
from it too.
I'm commenting on Instagrams, like hoping for a like we're tagging Joe
Yeah.
Jonas on TikTok.
Yeah.
And you're telling me they could just send me messages.
No, yeah.
That kind of changes.
I get it. And for $2,
$2 is a steal, let me tell you.
$2 a month, and then
Yeah.
if they don't use it that many times, you get that $2 back.
Oh, you do?
You're
What?
joking.
Okay, that sounds like consumer friendly to
This
me.
would
I have it, and I'm just like,
could you imagine
we
this
are.
in 1D days?
Honestly,
I think it would be the economy.
the world would have ended because they were already hacking shit and like
Exactly.
that, it would have been over.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
People thinking they're actually talking to them. I mean, they are, I guess. But
They are, but like not. They're
Yeah.
talking to the general public.
Right.
But you're like,
But
yeah,
still.
it says
You're-
Erin.
yeah.
So,
Oh
it's
my
me.
gosh, what a dream. Wow.
Okay.
I'm glad we clarified. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean some social media training for Bubble and
Yeah.
Weverse? Like,
Yeah, it is. Okay. What's next? Okay.
ooh.
All right. I didn't put a lot on this slide because there's so much I could say, so much I don't want to say because it's just what it is. K-pop and mental health is not good.
No, yeah.
It's not.
For
They're
fans or for the idols or both?
both, I would
Okay.
say, but
Okay.
mostly for this slide, I'm talking about the idols.
Okay, yeah.
So like Korea in general is a very conservative place. So like mental health is like not talked about a lot. And with how much these idols are being put under, it's not good. There have been sadly like a handful of celebs who have like committed suicide and stuff. And so it's like, they need to get it together. I know they're doing a little better, but still not because an idol passed away like earlier this year from like whatever like was going on. Like they didn't say anything, but like whatever was going on like in the industry and all this stuff. And so it's like they just
I mean, their whole life is regulated. So
exactly.
it's-
And then
yeah.
they're like forced to keep going, go.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean,
it's
I've seen
crazy
videos
because
of
it's like,
people like about to pass out on stage and
Exactly.
like dancing through it because they'll get in trouble. and
like if
stuff.
their ankle hurts, they
Yeah.
have to keep going, like
Yeah.
all this stuff. And so it's like so crazy that they don't have any break. And it's
Yeah.
also, again, like the comebacks, like
Yeah.
it could happen anytime. They don't have any
That's
breaks.
crazy.
And so it's like these kids are just going and they don't have a childhood. They're away from their
Because
family.
they've been training and then they
Yeah.
jump
Exactly.
into being an idol.
And then they're stuck in dorms with like their other group members and they only see their managers and their group members and like wave at their fans and that's it. And so it's just like not a good
Don't have
time.
any
But like
friends.
recently they've been letting, or like not letting, but idols have been like going on hiatus for, a couple months here and there. Like one of my faves, Jinky or Onu from Shiny, he is currently on hiatus because he was just like not doing good, like health wise, mentally, physically. And we could see it. His
Yeah.
face, he used to have these like cute chubby cheeks and he like his face, I saw Shiny when I went to Korea in May, and so he was there. That was like the last thing he did before he went on hiatus, but his face was like the skinniest. He was like, you could see the bones of his leg. Like I was like, this is so tragic. I was like, I love that I'm seeing you right now because
But
you're my
it's
fave,
like-
but like this is so sad because like
You want to
you
support them,
don't-
but then it's like perpetuating the industry in a way.
exactly. So yeah,
Sad.
That's that. Positions in an idol group, there's always a leader, and they're usually like the spokesperson. They are the ones who talk to the CEOs of the company or like whoever, and are like, oh, like, you know, we want to do this. There's the visual, just the prettiest person in the group. That,
yeah,
but it's not like the fans pick it. It's
assigned to them.
given to them.
Oh,
so
shit.
you're just like, you're the visual.
Well, I guess like if they're pulling from trainees, they could say, all right, we need a leader. So and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
is like giving
Yeah,
that
yeah.
energy. Yeah.
Face of the group is the most well-known person. So like you could be the visual, but you could not be the face of the group if you're not like popular enough.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have that many fans, like whatever. Center is when they're dancing. Who is like in the center of the formation?
Is that usually
mostly
the best dancer?
Yeah, it's usually the main dancer. So then there's main, lead, and sub, and those could be vocalist, dancer, rapper. So main is main vocalist. So they're the people always getting the verses, singing, blah, blah, blah. Lead is like second, and then sub is like, you do it.
Honestly, it's kind of good to have some distinction because
Exactly.
then you're not fighting for
Exactly.
be
You
the
know
star
what
necessarily.
you know what you're gonna do.
'Cause, I mean, there's 10 men in that photo.
That's
like you
Exactly.
can't all be
Exactly.
Like, it's just
Can I guess who the visual is for this group?
I would love.
I don't.
I'm
trying to see if I know who
guess
the actual visual of this
it's
group
either
is.
gonna be this guy
Is he at the front?
at the front, and he's like he's got an actual smile.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I think he's just the shortest. He's like 5'5", and the rest are like 5'10".
Oh,
But keep going.
I was gonna say either him, or him for the visual.
Oh, I could see the guy in the
Like
middle.
right
But
here.
he
Yeah.
could also be the leader because he's
Leader.
like giving like.
But also the
Okay,
face
I'm
of-
loving these takes already because
yeah.
Josh. First of all, that man that you're pointing at, his name is Joshua. He's American. He's from LA.
It's okay. I feel like I saw an interview because there was someone who interviewed recently in LA and he was like speaking like fluent English and all the comments were like, wow, I'm really surprised. And then
It's
someone
so
replied and was like,
funny.
he's like American.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I love because it's happened a couple times with different idols. One is this guy named Johnny. He's from Chicago, and he lets it be known. He's like, I'm from Chicago, la la la, and his parents still live there, so it's like
Oh, okay.
they all know. And so they were on this like TV show in America, and the woman is like, wow, your English is so good. He's like, well, I'm from Chicago, and that just
I've
became like
seen
such
that.
a big
Seen
meme.
that video, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
So yeah, and then maknae is a Korean word for the youngest. So it's just the youngest person in the group.
Interesting.
K-pop is not just about music. I did include a massive YouTube playlist
Ooh.
with music videos, so
Okay.
I'll give you that. I'll share that with you guys later. Fashion. They
can
are
put that link in
fashion.
our link tree.
Yeah, they're fashion forward.
I love the fashion video.
I
Yeah,
do
me
too.
too.
the walking and
I love
Exactly.
just like the Korean street videos in general because I
yes.
see them on my
Yes.
feed and it looks so effortless, but I know they're trying
Exactly.
and I love it.
And so all these pictures that I put on the screen are all airport fashion. So these videos are just about to hop on a flight
No, I love that energy.
and
though.
like,
Oh
but
my
they're
gosh.
stunting.
yeah,
like
The
this
jean jacket,
pink one.
please.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you kidding?
Her name is Hwasa. She's amazing. She's like an insane vocalist,
Are
and
you
I love her.
kidding me? Even this, like, I could not wear a crop top
No.
on a
To the
plane.
airport?
No.
You're kidding.
Like,
That like black like pants
Oh, the
and
crop
yeah,
suit.
yeah, and the crop. I'm loving it with her
Yeah.
Yves Saint Laurent bag
Come
and
on.
everything.
The bag is the star.
It's also because it's like they're a lot of brand ambassadors, so they have to like they want to show off their like stuff here and there. But and then variety shows, it's really just
I love those.
yeah,
They're just fun.
they're just fun shows where you could see more personality from the K-pop idols and things. So they're just fun. So notable groups and soloists. Now we're getting to just certain groups. So this is first gen, just a couple. So we have at the top right, we have HOT, and they were like basically the first, put K-pop on the map. They were the first boy group. Rain, yes, those
They have
guys.
the mics, so that's how you
Yeah,
know. Serious.
Exactly. Well, they still have mics. Yeah,
Yeah.
they all have mics, but they're just they got it.
Started it.
Rain, he's one of the like first big K-pop soloists. He is
see
iconic. He
Definitely see why.
is crazy. He's problematic a bit, but we move on. Shinhwa is another group. They're bottom right, and then SES
first gen, because that bottom right
Yeah.
photo is very much giving like 1999.
Yes. SES was the first K-pop girl group, and then Boa, she's labeled the queen of K-pop.
Wow.
Because she's iconic, and she brought K-pop made it big in Japan, and K-pop is massive in Japan.
Interesting.
So, second gen group. So we get more early 2000 moments.
You can tell. Look at this outfit.
Yeah, I tried because I was like, oh, like some of these groups are still going, but I was like, I need to just pick the most wild outfit ones.
I know a couple of these too.
Yeah. So we have TVXQ at the top right. We have Girls' Generation. Then we have Super Junior. We have Shiny at the bottom right, who I saw. We have Big Bang. So like G-Dragon. I don't know if you know these.
I know Big Bang.
Okay. Yeah. Then we have 2PM, who I love. We have 21, and we have FX.
That's
all the way.
what that is?
Yeah, 21.
To anyone is what I
To anyone. No,
that kind of makes sense though too.
It definitely does make sense.
Yeah.
I've been saying
These K-pop group names, crazy.
Is there a basis for the name?
No. It's just whatever these biddies at
They're
the entertainment, they're like,
well, yeah,
here.
I mean, Wonder Girls versus 21, like, I mean, they're...
Well, I can tell you 2PM. So, they started as in a K-pop competition group. So there's 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. But then 2 a.m. kind of, 2 p.m. really took off. 2 p.m. is the hottest time of the day.
Oh.
And their fans are named Hottest.
Interesting.
So
I mean, I guess you can make anything work, because I was thinking
you
2
could.
p.m.'s like sexier, like 2 p.m.'s like boring, like
but 2 p.m. hottest time of the day,
Yeah.
and they're like, here we are, hotties.
Gosh.
Notable third gen.
I love that you only put one photo.
I put more, but it's on the next slide.
Oh, okay.
But we have EXO, so my favorite.
Yay!
We're EXO stans here.
We are.
Yes.
And then we have more people. So we have BTS. We have GOT7. Jimin. We've got 7. We have Blackpink. We have Astro. We have NCT. We have Mamamoo. We have Twice, Red Velvet, and 17. There are obviously more. You saw the list.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't possibly list everybody. But yeah, so these are people who debuted starting 2012.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. Then we have 4th gen groups. So these were the newest ones.
Ooh.
And so
Gosh. Who is this?
His name is San. That's the correct reaction to San. And I'll need to send you videos later. Okay, so we just have a bunch of groups. So starting at the top right, we have TXT, ATEEZ, Stray Kids. Who is that? And Hypen, New Jeans. Who are these girlies? G-Idol, Les Seraphim, ITZY, blah, blah, blah.
Who's the what's that?
Les Seraphim.
Okay.
And if you rearrange the letters, it says, I'm fearless.
Interesting.
How would you even...
One of their songs is called Fearless. So that's how you know.
Okay.
But Les Seraphim.
Okay.
Okay, and then we move on to the actual children. So 5th gen.
This is current, right?
They started debuting 2022.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So we have Zero Base One, which is top right. They started on a competition program, and so it was called Boys Planet. And so people this happened this year. They were all voting and picking their faves, and that's the group that debuted.
If they're on a show, do they still have to do training?
Yes, they're all trainees, and then they get onto the show to potentially make it into a group.
Okay.
Boys Next Door, Sixers, Rise, and Baby Monster. There they are. I love Rise. They're from SM. Boys Next Door, my roommate
SM
was
just
one of...
stays making groups that you like.
I sadly am an SM simp, even though I hate the company.
Yeah.
And they know it.
They know it, and they're like,
anyway.
I was cautious because they're 4th gen or 3rd to 4th gen group. NCT. I used to be a big fan.
Yeah, you were
wearing their shirt.
I was gonna
honestly.
say.
But the music that they've just been releasing recently just has not been my vibe. So I stopped kind of paying attention to them. Also, their fans are crazy. So I was like, I'm not going to stan them, but they created Rise, and there I am. I'm back in business, baby. Boys Next Door, my roommate was in one of their music videos. Ooh. That's LA for you, baby.
Oh, my love.
Shout out Misty. She won't hear this, but so yeah. Now it's time to pick a bias. Okay,
is
so
this like
this
a BuzzFeed
is
quiz for us. Like, is
no.
damn.
I'm just gonna show you pictures.
Okay.
This is the part of the show where it's more interactive. Part of the show where it's more interactive. Okay, so obviously we have our EXO members. So I listed the names.
I already know.
So just off literally nothing.
Literally looks.
Just looks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just make mental note of who you pick. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Let me
do you have like predictions of who you think we're going to pick? Just generally. I'm curious.
Maybe for Adia for some of them. But
I'm a wild card. Sorry.
But it could be anything.
I don't.
Yeah,
I love a hot man.
So exactly, and all these men are hot men. Okay, so you can just go at it, pick who you want as your bias. Actually, I'm gonna make these notes.
I'm so ready.
So I'm gonna name my bias and then my bias wrecker.
Okay, hold on. Give me. Okay,
yeah. Okay, so my bias for EXO.
Okay,
I'm going to have to say Baekhyun.
Baekhyun, yeah.
Baekhyun. My bias wrecker is Kai.
Yes.
For sure.
Perfect.
For sure. It's the eyebrow, it's the lips,
he's everything.
It's
the face
shape.
It's
just
it's just you don't have to say anything. I get it.
It's good.
I get it.
You didn't give us vocals. You didn't like
no.
It's literally like,
and
that's okay.
I'll give you
that's
more
okay.
after
I don't
you
need
pick.
it.
After you pick.
No, I'm good with that.
So it was a hard selection. There was no clear winner for me, but my bias would be Chen.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
I am
choice.
living.
Scott's watching this episode like, interesting.
Yeah. And then bias wrecker. I don't know if I can pick one. I am kind of leaning towards Kai as well.
Okay.
Baekhyun, like
fantastic choices for everybody.
Thank you so much.
There's no wrong answers here
in this group.
So
I can't wait for there to be a group that you're like all of a sudden there's an X.
I'll be like,
somebody,
no.
It's like,
Okay.
So both of you picked our main vocalists. Which is crazy. So we have
we can tell.
EXO has 3 main vocalists. So Chen, Baekhyun, and Dio. And I can't say enough good things about EXO. Like, I love all of them.
I could kind of see that for Chen because he's kind of giving like soft boy. Like that's
he
why
does.
I
He's our
it.
ballad king.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's our ballad king, and Baekhyun
like
is our
cozy.
R&B.
I could see that.
Sexy bop
Look
king.
at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the unbutton.
Yeah.
The eyes.
The pose.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That that really. Yeah. Okay. Next we have GOT7.
Ooh. Okay.
This is hard.
Yeah.
This is hard.
I'm like seeing someone for Adia.
Oh gosh, this is hard.
I feel like Jin Young didn't get a fair shot because I hate the blazer. It's giving 90s and
It's
I
just like
hate
but think
yeah.
of the military outfit that you saw him in. That's just him without hair.
That photo was so much hotter.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So
I'm sorry.
now how
maybe
am I
I
supposed to
played
pick a
him.
bias?
Maybe I played him with this picture. I think it's hot, but be like that.
Okay.
See, maybe it's the hair. Maybe I'm not a fan.
I
like the shave was
the
giving.
shave was a nice look for sure.
Okay, do you have one idea? Or
Yes, I have a bias and I have a bias
Okay.
wrecker for sure.
Okay. You go first. 'Cause I am still deciding.
My bias is Mark.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. It's I don't know. That's all of it. The hair, the look of. This is gonna be a rough episode.
I love it.
I said same, but I'm like, look at Young Jae.
Yeah. And then I'm like, but no, look at Jackson. But no, look at.
No, for real. Like Jackson with that pose.
I think Jackson's my bias wrecker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this. This is actually what I want.
Yeah. This is hard.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I am gonna officially Young Jae.
Okay.
I Mark, but it's just a good photo. I think
he could be.
No, but then JB though.
Pure facts.
Me hating the oversized blazer, but
Oh.
loving the oversized pants.
Not
whatever.
the pant leg, yeah.
No, I love it. It's fine.
Okay. Fun fact, Mark is from LA. He lives in LA currently.
Stop.
Yeah.
Say less. Moving.
So
Flight
Mark
booked.
Twan is our LA king. But yeah,
I
so
can tell.
that's that. Jackson is my bias. I love that man. I went to his concert in April.
I get it.
It's called the Magic Man Tour. I don't need to say anything more.
Understood.
I don't need to say any more. And then Jin Young is my bias wrecker. Okay,
If
Shiny.
Jin Young had that military photo, it would have
Yeah.
been over for him
Okay,
at now.
yeah,
round,
fair
to be
enough,
honest.
Yeah.
So we love Shiny. I have an asterisk by Jonghyun's name because he is one of the idols that has passed away, but he's a forever member. So,
Gosh, no way.
just
When did that happen?
in 2017. It's actually his anniversary is coming up.
Oh.
Yeah. But if
So
you see
have
it,
they moved forward as like a 4-person?
yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
they spoke to his
'Cause,
family.
like, I could see the company being like, all right, we still need 5. Like I could see them being like,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
Of,
They
rude about
spoke to his family, and they the family was like, "Yes, we want you to keep
okay,
going
okay.
for him."
Yeah.
And they were all they're all best friends, like
Yeah.
actual family, and so they were like, "We're doing it for him." And
Yeah,
so
'cause
like
they
you'll
debuted
see,
pretty early.
yeah,
too,
they
pretty
debuted
young.
in 2008.
Yeah, I remember them on like that 2nd gen or something. when-
Yeah,
Slide.
and so
Aw.
yeah, so they all were like, we want to do this for him and
Yeah.
keep it going because he loved Shiny, he loved the fans.
yeah.
So not you doing a deep dive.
I had to.
Adia's like, I need the details.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Me too.
And then Onu is the one that is on hiatus currently. So you can
Like
go ahead.
military hiatus or
No,
just,
no, no.
Okay.
He was the one who had like the skinny face.
Oh,
and,
oh,
like,
okay,
meant
okay.
The health hiatus.
So no offense to anybody on this slide, but he's my bias and I don't have a bias record.
That's okay.
I liked Heyman.
Love. Okay, I wrote this.
It's the blonde for me.
Yeah. There's
I
also
love
just less
that.
people in this group, so I feel like
Yeah.
bias record could be a little more like.
My bias, obviously, Minho.
Yeah.
My bias record, the entire group. So I love them all. 2 p.m. These are now. This is a man band.
These are some interesting photo selections, Erin.
Yeah.
This is a man band. They are all 32 plus.
Love.
Okay. Age
So,
appropriate.
Yeah, we love. I love them. Anyway, go ahead.
Woo Young.
Yeah.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
Is he
And
ginger?
Jensen.
Is his hair
I mean, maybe if
reddish?
he dyed his hair there, probably.
I like it.
You know, they all have black hair and then it's dyed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we have TXT.
The one in the middle for me. I know their names are at the bottom. I'm not
Kai.
counting. Okay.
Kai.
2, 3.
Hyun and Kai is number 2.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
and then
one
Bumgyu
word.
is number 3.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I had a feeling they didn't line up. When I was doing
No.
a quick glance, I'm like,
I'm sorry, it's what it is.
Commas would be
No.
amazing.
No.
But
punctuation.
No.
Don't worry
parentheses,
Mm-mm.
slashes,
Mm-mm.
okay, dashes. Yeah, same.
Bumgyu.
Yes.
Love that. Shout out Cammy. She's the Bumgyu stan in this household.
Love.
And now you guys are too. We
Yay.
love. Okay, Twice. We have some ladies. There are a lot of them.
You're saying words like left and right, like I know.
Well, top left, starting with her, and then so Jonghyun, Dahyun, Sana, Jihyo, and then back to the left.
Your
Mina.
Korean's really good.
Thank you.
Oh my
Chaeyoung.
gosh, you're like really
Nayeon.
good. Like really good.
And then her bottom left, Chewy, Momo.
You just pronounce those like nothing. She's an OG, guys.
Yeah. I like Jiho. Is that who
I
you said?
love-
Is that how you said that?
Who's at the top right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Momo because she's giving like straight
I
eyes.
do love the
Like,
bangs.
just
Yeah.
First of all, incredible choices.
Oh.
Jihyo is my bias as well. She's a mother. I had a religious experience going to her concert or going to the Twice concert and seeing her live. Her vocals are out of this
Is
world.
she one of the leader vocalists?
Yeah, she's the
type? Okay.
leader. I believe she's the leader, but she's
Okay.
the main vocalist for
Okay.
sure. And then Momo is their main dancer.
Okay.
She's iconic.
I can tell.
And my friend,
She does give dancer out of all
She's
of
the
them.
only
Yeah.
one that's looking straight on.
She's
Yeah.
like,
when everyone else has like the
Tilted.
side.
Yeah. She said both
confident.
my sides are on
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Momo, what was I about to say? Oh, my friend Justine, she is Momo biased. She says no one should be able to look at Momo because she is just otherworldly, which fair enough. Okay, Astro. Here's that. And then there's another asterisk because,
Like similar situation.
yeah.
Okay. See, we have more spaces this time.
Yeah. So
that's very helpful.
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm
I'm going with MJ as the bias,
okay.
and
He's like wearing eyeliner, and I love it.
yes, and Rocky as the bias wrecker.
I love.
I think Sanha is the bias, and MJ is my bias wrecker.
Okay, love.
Mm-hmm.
MJ is a 94 liner like us.
Oh, okay.
We
Age
love.
appropriate.
Age appropriate. Nice. They're all age
Okay,
appropriate.
fair.
I think Sanha is the youngest. He's the maknae. We know what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
He was born in 2000.
Wow, that's
But he's like
crazy.
23.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is-
Yeah.
makes no sense, but yeah.
I know. Okay, Red Velvet.
I'm hating this photo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's giving ballerina.
I'm gonna
That's
go
exactly what it's supposed to give.
with, yeah. I'm gonna go with
Fair.
Joy just because I can see her the best.
Yeah, I'm liking her energy from this photo.
Yeah. Ooh.
New jeans.
We got some solos.
All of
okay.
them. All of them. I can't pick. I can't pick one.
These photos look
I-
AI, don't they?
Yeah, it's like a little mesmerizing.
Yeah.
They are I guess they're the end of fourth gen, beginning of fifth.
Okay, they do
I
look pretty young.
love them.
Yeah.
Danielle is my bias. She's in the middle. She's
Yeah, I don't know how you picked,
Australian.
though.
She just jumped out to me in
Yeah.
like the music videos,
Oh, okay.
and there I was like,
See,
yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
tuned
if
in.
there could be a whole different energy in
Oh,
a music video if somebody
absolutely.
is like
Mhm.
giving more and somebody looks like they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm on their Instagram.
BTS. Again, these names
Yes.
not spaced out enough.
But I know BTS.
Okay, perfect.
So definitely Jimin for sure. I don't want to say I have a record, bias record, but I really like Suga, like at his like music.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be in that ass. Dewey. And that
I'm trying to talk
aspect.
BTS.
He's trying to voice his opinions.
Yes.
And then I also like RM, just like his personality, because
Yeah.
he is the leader, the
Yes.
spokesperson.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because he learned English like watching like Friends or something. Yeah. I'm a little
that's
bit
funny.
of a
Wow, she's army. I love that.
She's got like notes and I'm
She
like,
did.
No, it's fine. I definitely tried to learn the choreography for Mic Drop.
I love
That song's
that.
a bop.
It is a bop.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to learn.
Yeah.
I love my drop.
I don't know enough about BTS. Like, Adia's out here with a dissertation.
No, it's okay.
And
I mean, again, we were just going off vibes
right.
for this
Well, yes.
entire
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I feel like she changed the game a little, but
I was waiting.
fair enough.
She's like,
fair.
"Where's BTS
Yeah,
in
she
this?"
knows it's on there. I did see the Jungkook edit that you put on our end of the year wrap up,
Yeah.
so I'm leaning heavily. I think
That's
'Cause that was,
so
like,
valid.
Yeah.
such an edit, and he's been doing a lot. Isn't he collabing with Usher right now?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
dropped a song. Well, he's currently in the military right now.
Oh,
but he just went.
like-
but they did drop a song.
Also,
Usher
we have not talked
feature.
about Usher enough on this podcast, but we'll circle back.
I need a whole Usher episode because that's Erin's first celeb crush.
That's,
He was one of
that's
mine,
a lot
too.
of ours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay.
I love that energy.
Love.
Love you, Jimin.
ATs.
Yeah, we got to count. 'Cause there's,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
commas.
There are 8 of them.
Youngwa, I like him. The third one.
Which one?
Youngwa? Is that him?
Young.
Yusong?
Yosung?
Wait, which way are you going?
SEO. Sorry.
Oh,
From the right.
Sungkwa. Yes, yes, yes,
Sung-
yes, yes.
Okay, so I was
Sungkwa.
close.
I don't remember what you even said.
Play it back.
There's someone who. Okay,
Yeah,
no, I'll
I'm
keep
loving
going.
that like
Yeah.
blazer.
Seonghwa.
Sungkwa? Okay, cool. It's funny because when I was showing them before.
Oh, we didn't like him.
No.
Oh.
Adia just she said, "Who's this?" And that was Son in the red hair.
Was it? Oh.
It's
See, I
the
feel
red
like
hair
they're
threw me
giving
off.
different people in these
They,
photos.
they really
Like-
do. You could hate like one hair and be like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with the next.
Wait, because like that red is not giving. It just like that
Not
long
with
hair
like
was
this
not giving.
photo, but
Yeah.
And then we have Blackpink. So there are only 4 of them.
I know.
Rose, Jisoo, Jennie, and Lisa.
I know the internet loves like Rose.
Yeah.
I think
and
I like
Jennie
her too. Yeah, they like Jennie.
I think all of these girls are like it girls if they're
True,
know.
depending on what side of the internet you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever's doing the peace side.
Lisa.
Lisa. Yes.
She's my fave too. Okay. Perfect. Wow. I love this.
We're just gonna start getting edits from Erin
I
based on this list.
Okay, now would you
Oh,
survive
no.
as an idol?
No.
I know for a fact.
I know
would.
that
The
none
weight
of us
checks,
would.
no.
First of all, the weight checks, but just like specific.
Oh, like instant. It's like a why
instances.
choose. Like
Yeah. So me and my sister put together this list of just like different questions that we have, and would you survive? Who knows?
Okay, let's get into it. I guess.
Okay, did you have social media before you debuted?
Yes.
For sure.
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 2 things come to mind. So Kehoe, there was an alleged bullying
Oh, so we're
scandal
getting,
on
like-
social. This is the tea.
Okay. I see where we're going.
So Kehoe was chronically online.
Love.
And then
New
he
bias.
became literally then he became a trainee and an idol. He debuted. Things started to come out that he like was bullying people who said some racist things, and his company was like, what? Turns out it was an anti-fan. An anti-fan was putting all these things out because then his friends shared screenshots of like their text messages, their whatever, and they were like, this is not him. Like, he doesn't have socials. Or he like deleted them. He like, whatever. He wasn't saying these things. And the fan was just like trying to get him, like, he
Canceled,
debuted, and they were
basically.
like, no, like, he doesn't deserve to have.
It's funny because when
thing.
you started talking, my brain originally goes to like, those entertainment companies are definitely vetting these people and deleting stuff. So when you started
absolutely.
saying these things started coming out, I'm like, there's no way that
It's
the
always
company would
it's
let that
never
happen.
like the socials one was kind of like harder to find,
Yeah.
because they like erase these people off the internet.
I'm sure.
But it's all like people from their past, like random nobodies who they didn't actually know but had like lunch together one time, like coming out.
Screenshotting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Kehoe, we love him.
Yeah, he's
he
hot.
didn't do that.
Yeah, he's very hot.
He's a vocalist.
Okay.
He's so good. Okay. Shotaro, my angel, my child.
He looks like a baby.
He is.
Okay.
He was a dancer in Japan, and then SM scouted him.
Of course.
And so now he was there. But
Erin
he
loves him. He's on SM.
He's
Network.
on SM. He had a TikTok. He was thoughting it up on TikTok.
okay.
Like, he's a dancer.
Yeah.
And so then they like fully wiped his TikTok clean, and it was like you can't even find traces. And it was funny because I saw a TikTok of a girl being like, I was wondering where my like TikTok crush was. Turns out he's now in an SM boy group.
Wow.
And like she was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
That's kind of better for her. More content.
Exactly. Literally, like, you know where he's at. You can see what he's doing. So I found some unreleased some TikToks of his.
That's
Well, they
funny.
all play at different times. Okay. So we have him just like thoughting it up, doing his life in his room with his little. He was obviously
And
young.
Megan, love that.
I know. Okay. So there's
love
that. And then we have, hopefully this one will, with him and a friend.
Okay.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
And so he's like, he was in NCT, but then they undebuted him basically. And now he's in Rise. I don't
Maybe
know.
better for him because they're newer. Like he has
Exact-
more
and
time.
In NCT, there are literally like 21 members.
Yeah.
So now there's
NCT
Rise.
21.
Exactly. There's 7 members in his group. Okay.
Okay.
And then this is like one of his little like dance videos. And he's just like
Whoa.
on stage doing his thing. And so we just love Shotaro anyway. But yeah, so they like wiped his social media clean. And he had a like TikTok, he had an Instagram, and then they were like, no, cut it out.
No.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Okay, well this no.
K-pop is giving like so anybody could be famous, like more than any, like 'cause
So
you have
many of
so
these
many
people
and
yeah.
so many groups, so you can have like 200 famous people in one generation, and it's like
So many of these people are just like walking on the street getting a
Yeah.
Slurpee, and then they're like, now I'm the top
That's
celebrity.
amazing.
They're just like
It's my dream.
average
That's so
Joes
real.
going like now famous.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do you have any embarrassing photos, or does anyone have any embarrassing photos of you on the internet?
Too many.
I'm sure none are coming to mind, but they're
No
out
face,
there.
no
They're-
case.
They're out there. So this just reminded me of 10, who is an NCT. He actually like just posted this video.
Oh my god.
And he was like, oh, when your friend, suddenly send you a video of the past. And this is on their like official TikTok. And he's like, why would you do that to me? Oh, anyway.
I love that.
So we love. But yeah, any embarrassing photos, people will bring that out. And like fans of K-pop idols love like younger baby childhood day pics, and they're like, oh, so cute. And then like the idol could hate that picture and be like,
Yeah.
why is that picture out in
my
the
God.
public? But like their friend of a friend of a friend had that picture
Yeah.
and put it out on the internet. Now it's there.
Yeah, we call those rares.
Rare.
Jonas rares.
I just saw Josh Hutcherson rare.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you look at anyone wrong in high school where they could claim you were mean to them?
For sure. Have you
Yeah.
met us?
Oh yeah.
No, literally.
100%.
I was like, I would not
We're
that I was
getting
like
canceled
not that I was like
before.
so like mean to anybody or I
Yeah.
just minding my own business.
all in
But like
perspective, though,
maybe if I
somebody
was like
else.
just staring and like
Yeah.
like something or other.
Oh, I
and
was
like,
actually mean. Yeah.
well, I just remember that one story of the kid on the bus that you said.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be
I
done.
wrote this question and I said,
Done. She's done.
She's
Done
canceled.
already.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
here
God.
are 4. These are 3 of them are actors.
Hey, young though.
Good photo.
Wow.
Jisoo is an actor.
Also good photo
But
of
yes,
him.
but then the rest are idols. So all of these people got caught up in bullying scandals,
Oh my
which is
Oh.
wildly common in Korea.
You could just, I mean, that could be common anywhere. Like,
well,
it's all in
yeah.
perspective. Like you said, if I'm just looking off and somebody thinks I'm looking at them,
Yeah.
now it's like a scandal.
scandal.
Like, yeah.
But so Soojin, she was a part of a group called G Idol. Someone in her past said that she bullied them, and so then she got kicked out of G Idol. She now has a soloist career, so she's fine. But like she was that Kim Garam, she was in the group Les Seraphim. Someone in her past said that she bullied them. I think kind of came out that it was kind of true. So she's not in the group anymore. Jisoo, again, another bullying kind of thing. He had a pop-in acting career. Now he has none. Oof. And then Taeyong, people keep being like, oh, he bullied me. And they're like, no, it's not. Like, the company is going after these people. And they're like, just kidding, it's fake. Just kidding.
So what's the extent to bullying? Like, what are they
could-
classifying
Well,
as
it could be
bullying?
like they were mean to them, or it could be like actually like physically like bullying. Like, I know that like in K-dramas and stuff, they have like wild bullying, like pictures of things and like videos, and you're like, this is actually crazy. But then like when I was talking to my roommates, they were like, no, it kind of actually happens. Like that is to that level of insane bullying and like to things.
So
but
it sounds like cancellation in K-pop actually works.
yeah,
Like,
if
people-
it gets up the chain enough, and the company is like,
I mean, they're replaceable, truly.
You're replaceable,
We have
and like
100 other trainees ready
I'm
to
not
step
gonna
in.
exactly. I'm not gonna spend this money trying to like, get you
rehab
out
your
of this
image
thing.
for even if it's
Okay. Would you date if you were an idol?
We already know the answer.
We already know, and it's like should be why not? Like that shouldn't get us canceled.
I'm sure someone doesn't like someone's girlfriend.
Exactly.
It's over.
Done.
But remember, they're marketed as your boyfriend,
right.
your girlfriend.
Yes. Yeah.
So like when they actually get a partner, you're like
devastating.
They're
cheating
fans are
on
like,
me.
what are you doing? Okay, so I have 4 couples right here, Kai being in 2 of them. So this is every New Year's, Dispatch, the TMZ of Korea, they drop a Dispatch couple, which is a celebrity who has been hiding their relationship that they have pictures of.
I love that they're just like keeping it. They're like,
they do. And
year.
you know, for the new year, like it's coming up. Like you're like, I'm excited for who
kind
the
of a
Dispatch
vibe.
couple is.
Oh my
but
God.
they like wait. They have like all the evidence. They'll like have pictures. They'll see them on dates, blah, blah, blah. And they'll take pictures and then they release that. And then it's a whole scandal. Both companies have to either like go into it, deep dive, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then like a lot of the times like K-pop companies will hear about it before like the Dispatch couple comes out and they're like, what can I give you? And so that's when like some of those pictures of like idols at Dispatch like come out and they're like, oh, like we gave you like this, you know, photo or this like exclusive or whatever. So like you're not going to post our idol. So you'll just move on to the next. Because they're all dating. They're all doing things. They're just keeping it so hidden. So at the top left, there's Soo Young and Kyung Ho. Soo Young is a Girls' Generation. Kyung Ho is an actor. They have been dating for like 13 plus years.
Wow.
But they were released as a Dispatch couple because they saw like Dispatch. They were just very hidden. No one knew, but they saw it. But like, it's funny because they all know they're dating. They like talk about it if they're asked, but we like these are the only pictures that we have of them together.
Where, this one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my gosh.
Hyunbin, who is on our Zaddy list, and then Yeji, they were in a show together, Crash Landing on You. They were co-stars, and then they began dating. Dispatch dropped that they were dating because they saw them on dates after filming, obviously. Then they got married, and now they have a baby. They're adorable. Kai and Jenny, bottom left, they were a Dispatch couple, and that was big news because obviously Blackpink and EXO like massive groups, and so they dated a couple months, broke up. And then Kai and Crystal, they are from the same company. Crystal's an FX, Kai was an EXO, and they dated before him and Jenny did.
This is a very official photo.
So they had like a photo shoot.
Okay.
And then it was like released that they were dating. Anyway, so who drops all these? Dispatch. Who do we hate? Dispatch.
That's what I was waiting for during the bias moment. Like, oh, you picked the wrong bias.
No, yeah. Okay. During COVID, did you go out to eat with restaurants when restaurants were open with your friends? Okay.
When they were open?
No comment.
When they were open. When restaurants were open and you were like allowed to go into restaurants.
I probably like got takeout. Like went in to get takeout.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I was at a restaurant. They did every other booth, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were like 10 feet apart from somebody.
Exactly.
But I was
You were there.
inside.
I did
So
that for
again,
sure.
fine, but we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
The 97 line.
Yeah.
And their Itaewon thing. So here are 2 examples of the apology letters.
Oh, I forgot about the apology.
The handwritten on their Instagram apology letters.
The handwritten is crazy.
Those are the like locations they went and that Dispatch released. And then these are the
They're
photos.
Like, they started here and then they went here.
So we have Jungkook from BTS, we have Chanu from Astro, we have Jaehyun from NCT, and we have Mingyu from 17. So 4 massive boy groups.
And they like don't talk anymore, right? Or like
Well,
somebody left the
Jaehyun
group
and
chat.
NCT, he like now is kind of seeing them, but
Okay.
like back in the day when this happened, it was like you were not seeing him
Communication's off.
out of line. Like he was just at his dorm at the music show, blah blah blah. That's all you saw of him. But yeah, they're all in the 97 line group chat. This is honestly one of my Roman empires. Like I think about this nonstop.
I mean, it is such an interesting like how it all went down.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the
Well, it's 'cause
apologies.
exactly.
And then
It's crazy.
It
and
looked
then
like
just
a crime scene.
Exactly.
like we found the
we
body
found
and
it that they got here, but it was also crazy
we
because
arrested
like
them at point B.
exactly because it's like they were all like in the midst of comebacks. So again, like in Itaewon where they were going, it was like there was a high like COVID kind of
When they were wearing
case or
masks
whatever.
and stuff though too.
Yeah, they were
weren't
wearing masks, but then like when they were at the restaurant eating, they didn't have their masks on. So it was like they were like getting so canceled because the fans were like, you have a responsibility to your group and it's comeback season. So what if you got sick? What if you got COVID? Like how, blah, blah, blah. And it was like in 2021. So it was like before people were getting like the shot and like all this stuff. So it was crazy, but great time on Twitter. Has someone ever overheard a conversation you had with a friend or colleague that might be taken as rude?
Yeah, and we recorded and put it out every Thursday.
Thank you, 29 and .co on Instagram.
Yes.
Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so our queen Irene, she is the leader of Red Velvet. She was, I think this was actually true. She was talking to her hairstylist or like a stylist, and she was being kind of rude to them. Someone overheard it, released that, and it was a huge scandal. So Irene wasn't seen for a while. Then she released an apology on her Instagram, black screen apology. It says, "This is Irene. I'm sincerely so sorry for hurting the stylist with my foolish attitudes and careless words and actions." Yeah, so it was just truly wild. And so she has to like, I'm being cautious in my actions. I'm apologizing to the fans. Blah, blah, blah. It's just damage control.
It is surprising that would even happen in the first place because you're a big like star, like, and you're gonna semi in public be rude to somebody. Like that's kind of bold.
But also Irene is just like our bad bitch. She like does not like, that's her personality. Well, yeah, and we love her for it.
Maybe it was perspective was incorrect. Like maybe she was like, oh, I just don't like this cut. And then the person sitting in the chair is like, oh,
they're like, oh my
but
gosh,
she's just being
so
honest.
Yeah. But you just like don't know.
True.
When you're at a stylist or like haircut, like you don't know who's around. So anything you could be said could be taken crazy.
That's crazy.
So you've given 10 plus years to being an idol and are well up by fans. Do you want to get married? Or just be like,
I'll chase the bag still.
chase the bag still. So this relates to our king, Chen. He, in 2020, he was going to be a dispatch couple.
I heard about this.
I think I probably said it to you.
Yeah, no, I heard about
He
this
was going to be a dispatch couple, but SM paid off, and they released that he was getting married to his non-celeb girlfriend and that they were having a kid. Korean XOLs literally boycotted him, started burning CDs, burning merch of his, like everything. They sat in front of the SM building, like picketing, blah, blah, blah.
My
like,
God.
How dare, and it was, first of all, the ones that sat in front of the SM building, there were only like 10. There's literally a picture of them, like just 10 of them sitting there, like burning their merch. And then we're like, SM already has your money.
Right. Yeah, right. That's what I don't understand about when anybody gets canceled, burning trash. It's like you literally spent $50 on that already.
Yeah, you did it.
So people were like, oh, like this crazy. But it turns out like he's been dating this girl for ages. Like
she's a non-celeb.
Yeah,
they
and
could have just kept that under the rug.
Exactly.
For sure.
But like Dispatch caught them. Otherwise it would have been caught under the wraps. But Dispatch caught him, so that's happened. And then they so Chen released a like statement, then SM Entertainment had to release a statement. And then actually a couple months ago, or maybe 2 months ago, they had like registered their marriage in 2020, but they actually had a wedding and all the EXO members were there. So that's a picture from their wedding. Obviously we're not doxing here, so like his wife's face is covered, but
do people know who she is?
Now they do. But she was hidden the whole time, living, and now they have 2 kids. They're living their best life.
Damn.
They're doing, he's just so happy and
I love that for him, actually.
But it was sad because like at the time in 2021, like this announcement came out, they were like, you need to go into hiding basically. So we didn't see Chen for like months on months. And then he was like, I'm now enlisting. So it was like, so then there was another year and a half that we weren't going to see Chen or get that, because like it was just, I mean, it was the right time for him to go and enlist, but it was like so sad because he would have like released more albums and done more things and then like gone. But yeah, he's living his best life, doing his thing. We love Chen. Okay. Feel like you want to experiment with clothes? Okay, so So San, he had this like,
oh my God,
this glove on where he had like that he does his normal peace sign.
Yeah.
But it's like a glove until only the middle finger was released. And so it's like he had to release a statement, like this company had to, and like
that is so funny.
it's crazy.
Why
and
would
this
he
is
do
like
that?
his stylist was just like, here, wear this, and he was like, okay.
Oh,
And he's just a boy. And
But
just,
you would think after one of the first photos released to do it. Like,
you
that's
would
so
think,
funny.
but
I love it.
no. And so he just, and I think this is like the second time, like the second era that he's like done this peace sign kind of moment.
Yeah.
So there's that, and he just
So funny. Yeah, if you're really not looking, you really can't.
No,
Like,
no.
it's just like,
and then he had to be like, everyone don't misunderstand. It's
Yeah.
a peace sign. It's the glove.
was this the photo he released with that?
Yeah. Do you have fake friends? You know how we were talking about how a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend was releasing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So this boy had a girlfriend before he was a trainee, before he debuted. And one of his friends posted these pictures online of him. And so now it's gotten so, this is Sunghan from Rise. It's gotten so out of hand that he's now on hiatus from the group that literally just debuted like a couple months ago because he had a girlfriend in the past. These pictures came out, and there was someone released a video of him smoking. Like
I didn't even see any
three
smoke.
fourths.
He's holding
First
that.
of all,
He's come on.
but like 3/4 of Korea doesn't chain smoke. When I went there, it was insane. It was
Wait, they do or
insane.
they don't?
They do.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Everyone's just they have
Well,
there's like
okay.
the bus stop, and then there's like a stop where you can sit and smoke.
The
And
thing
you're
is,
just like, what?
everybody smokes. Like,
First of all, everybody smokes.
whatever. I don't, but like your
I do. I mean,
your fave though, like they smoke on the low.
literally,
Like,
and so many people have like
I mean, think
gotten
about,
called out. Yeah.
I mean, even Love Island, they don't air it anymore.
no, not anymore. But
I
like,
mean, they
all
spend
the-
10 minutes every morning smoking. Like, come on,
That's
they
the weekly
don't air
catch
that shit.
up.
I know, but it's
Exactly.
like you can't. That's fake to me.
Exactly,
Like,
but it's
everybody,
like-
it's unfortunate. Everybody does it, but at least they're not promoting it. So.
Exactly. And he was like doing his like, this is way back in the day, like a
Yeah.
video that like
To
somebody
be honest,
took of him.
that cigarette's not lit. Like,
It's not lit,
it's
but
not.
that got him on maybe like
Blacklisted.
fully hiatus and maybe not be like get back in the groove.
That's crazy.
Like they're waiting for it to die down, but like it's crazy. But some friend of a friend of a friend
Yeah.
released these things of him, and like someone just had it out to
Yeah.
get him, and then it just like kept going, and then it was just one thing after the other. Boom.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you survive?
No,
Definitely
after the first
not.
question.
No.
We were canceled
We were
immediately.
canceled. Since we have this podcast, we're canceled. But,
Canceled,
like,
undebuted, unbiased.
Yeah.
Like,
We're back at 7-Eleven for the
hiatus. No,
Slurpee.
literally. Back on the street. Yeah.
But yeah, so all in all, K-pop is fun, but it has some crazy things. And if
Yeah.
you just vibe and with the tunes in your fave, you're fine.
Yeah. I love that.
The end.
Thank you so much.
I love the
Erin.
lore.
That was
Yeah.
so
I love the
in-depth.
lore.
I mean, I'm here for the drama, and
Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's so much to get into. It's a whole other world. I did want to ask, I've heard about J-pop. Thoughts?
J-pop, I'm not like deep into it. I've heard a song here and there. Like it's good when it's
they're not as
good, but
mainstream in America anyway, so
yeah.
NBD, but just was curious.
Yeah, no, I've listened to C-pop too.
Mhm.
I've heard some like Thai pop, so
Okay.
That was great. Learning so much.
I know, right?
Now I have to go search all of these people.
I will
Don't worry,
all
Erin's
these
sending
things.
them.
I'll
Yeah.
send it. I'll share it. I love it.
I know.
This
I
is just-
remember you sent me when I was like, hey, I'm like kind of listening to BTS.
And I was
you
like,
sent me 100 song
Here you go.
K-pop playlist. I'm
You're
like,
welcome.
Oh no, it was great.
You're welcome.
It was great. And I'm like,
Katie came to my
I-
K-pop birthday party like
Yeah, and-
ages ago.
Oh my gosh.
When was this? I sat
was
at
like-
your house for, was it Jingle Ball? And we watched like 5 or 6 EXO music videos.
You're welcome.
I did the same. I did the same.
First of all, I'm hearing is you're
Interesting.
welcome.
it was the videos, the CDs, the
Uh-huh.
booklets.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other lore that is just
I'm
like
surprised that
the
wasn't in
collect.
there.
Because
I
I was like, I
Trying
don't want
to
to get
keep
too
it.
deep into it, even though I got
Part two.
fully deep
Like,
into
you didn't
it.
do the thing either.
Oh, the light sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like when they do their
Like a fan chant. Yeah. There's
Yes.
so much into K-pop, but I was like, this has to be just one episode. Like,
Yeah,
so I'm
right.
not going too deep into
That
it,
was good.
even though that was crazy long. But we were just talking about people and blah blah blah.
It was fun.
Good. Yeah.
So yeah.
And I would like to thank everyone who helped Erin with this PowerPoint because
Yeah.
I know she's
Yeah.
getting...
Shout out
Yeah.
Ray. Shout out Jay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Twitter followers who gave me some of the like instances that were like.
Oh,
at
did you
the
tweet
end.
this?
Yeah. Well, I was
on your,
like
Stan.
yeah, on my Stan account. I was like, just for science, what are some
I
like
love that.
situations? Because I was like, I can
Well,
think
when
of the
you
ones
try
that
to,
are like deep for
yeah.
me, but then some people were like, oh, also this, and I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, true.
I love that.
So yeah,
Wow, that was great.
Yeah,
We're fans.
I know.
we're K-pop stans. That was really long, so. I think we just ended
Yeah,
here.
that too.
Thank you for listening to me gab, Katie and
I
Nadia.
loved
Like,
I
thank
loved
you,
it.
podcast listeners, for listening to me gab.
Yes.
Visually
Hopefully,
pleasing.
For sure.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Visually pleasing.
we have a pretty person on the screen.
I'm good.
We're
Call
just
it a day.
gabbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Has
the
been-
episode.
yeah.
yeah.
This has been 29 and Chronically Online.